What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Tonight, Tyler Seguin comes back to the Garden after being traded this offseason. Should be a very intriguing game to watch. You know, the Seguinistas, the pink hat fans that I think are still wearing his jerseys, haven't taken them off since they traded him on the 4th of July. But, it's definitely a game to watch for, a number of reasons, especially Joe Haggerty for Comcast Sports New England wrote a really good piece about Sagan's the last year of his tenure in Boston, last calendar year. He went from skating at BU with guys like Marchand and Charlie Coyle, guys at BU, to Adam Clendening, both Clendening and Coyle, both friends of the show, of course. And to having his buddies from Toronto move down and having something out of entourage going on in downtown Boston. I mean, he really lost focus on the game of hockey. And, it showed with his playoff numbers. I mean, having to have a guard outside his hotel room in Toronto during the playoffs. I know they won a cup with him as a role player, but you won't win the Stanley Cup with him as your best player if that's his mentality. That's not to say he can't mature. He's still only 21 years old. But, in fairness to the Bruins, it wasn't worth sitting on their hands and waiting for him to get better. I mean, it just wasn't waiting for him to, not even get better, become more responsible and develop better intangibles. It just wasn't worth it for the Bruins, and they had to jettison him out. And part of it, I think Haggerty hit on a good note, was the complacency once he got that big payday. Once he signed that extension last year, he knew he was guaranteed X amount of money, and hey, get paid. That's what it's all about. And going a step further, he's playing phenomenal in Dallas. He has 15 points through 14 games. He's really, like I said, been playing amazing hockey for the Stars. His face-off numbers are, abysmal, but that's what you get when you take a guy who was weak on face-offs, was playing wing, and then put him back at center. I don't think, and if you watch the Behind the Bees thing on Nesson and on YouTube, it's a very good thing. They talk about trading him. Neely was the one that came out and said, we need a certain kind of player. And that does certain things, and he doesn't do those things. And he's talking about Pat Kane. Sagan wasn't it? One of the scouts said, if he played half as good as Kane, we win the cup going away. And that's the reality of it. And I think that's as blunt as you can get with it, because if Seguin played to the level he's capable of, there's no way Chicago beats the Bruins in the finals last year. I mean, the Bruins went to Game 6 of the finals with 3 combined goals out of him and Jaromir Jagr. 2 of their top 3 right wings. I mean, that's just, dumb luck, call you want, but, I wish Seguin the best. Like I said, I've met him. He's not a bad kid. I just think he doesn't strike me as a franchise-type player. I think he is a franchise, meaning he'll be your highest paid player and your most talented player, but I don't see him as a guy that wears a C and is your best player on a Stanley Cup championship. That's really not a knock on him. I'm just saying that's what he is. He has this cup ring. He'll bounce around. He'll put up a ton of points. His plus minus will be good. He's a good defensive player, but he just doesn't have the it factor. And you're seeing that in Dallas, and hopefully he snaps that and proves me wrong, but he's done nothing to the point to dispel those notions and prove the Boston Bruins management wrong, for that matter. But, I'm excited. Hopefully, like I said, he's a good kid. He gets his head on right, but I wouldn't hold my breath for it. Or as Richie Incognito said, hold my breath. Anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ on Sagan coming back to the Garden tonight. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.